Hello friends, now we'll start the new chapter, compound interest. Let's recall. A person takes a loan from institute like bank or pathapedi with fixed rate of interest. After stipulated time, he repays the loan with some more money. The additional money paid is called interest. We have learned the formula for finding the interest. I is equals to P into N into R upon 100. In this formula, I is equals to interest, P is principal, N is number of years, R is the rate of interest percent per annum. This is how the simple interest is calculated. Now the compound interest that we will learn here. We will learn how bank charges compound interest for a fixed deposit or a loan. Sajjan Rao takes a loan of rupees 10,000 from a bank at the rate of 10% per annum for 1 year. How much money, including the interest, he will have to pay after 1 year? Here P is equals to 10,000, R is equals to 10, N is equals to 1. Therefore, I is equals to the formula PNR upon 100. Substitute the values 10,000 into 10 into 1 upon 100. If you calculate it, then you will get 1,000 rupees. That interest is 1,000. After 1 year, Sajjan Rao will have to pay 10,000 plus 1,000, that is 11,000, that is with interest. If a borrower fails to pay the amount and interest after 1 year, bank calculates the interest after each year, and it is expected that the interest should be paid by the borrower every year. If the borrower fails to pay the interest for 1 year, then the bank considers the principal and the interest of the first year together as loan for second year. Thus, for second year, the interest is calculated on the amount formed by the principal of first year together with its interest. That is, for second year, the principal for charging the interest is the amount of the first year. The interest charged by this method is called as compound interest. If the Sajjan Rao increases the duration of loan repayment by 1 more year, then for second year, considering that is 11,000 as principal, interest and the amount is to be found out. For this, can we use the ratio, that is amount upon principal, that is 110 upon 100, which is learned in the previous standard. For every year, the ratio amount upon principal is constant. While finding the compound interest every year, the amount A of the previous year is the principal for the next year. Hence, it is convenient to find amount rather than the interest. Let us write the amount after first year as A1, after second year A2, after third year as A3. Originally, the principal is P. A1 upon P is equals to 110 upon 100. Therefore, A1 is equals to P into 110 upon 100. For finding the amount A2 for second year, A2 upon A1 is equals to 110 upon 100. And therefore, A2 is equals to, we can calculate from this ratio, A2 is equals to A1 into 110 upon 100. And we'll substitute the value of A1. But what is A1? A1 is a P into 110 upon 100. And therefore, A2 is equals to P into 110 upon 100 into 110 upon 100. Then for finding A3 of third year, again we can write here A3 upon A2, and that's equals to 110 upon 100. And hence A3 is equals to A2 into 110 upon 100. And hence A3 is equals to, now we'll substitute the value of A2. The value of A2 is a P into 110 upon 100 into 110 upon 100 into 110 upon 100. This is the formula for finding the amount by compound interest. Here 110 upon 100 is the amount of rupees 1 after 1 year. To find amount after the given number of years multiplied by a principal by those many times as this ratio. If the ratio amount upon principal is assumed to be m, then the amount after 1 year is p into m. After second year, p into m square. After third year, it's a p into m cube. In this way, we can find the amount after any number of years. If the interest rate are percent per annum, then the amount of rupees 1 after 1 year is 1 into m. That is 1 into 100 plus r upon 100. We split up it, 100 upon 100, that's 1 plus r upon 100. The amount of p after 1 year, that is equals to p into 100 plus r upon 100, and that's nothing but p into in bracket 1 plus r upon 100. If the principal p, interest r, and the duration n years, then the amount after n years, that is a is equals to p into in bracket 100 plus r upon 100 bracket raised to n. And if we simplify it, again 100 upon 100 is 1, that is a is equals to p into in bracket 1 plus r upon 100 and whole bracket raised to n. Now we will solve the example. First example, find the compound interest if the rupees 4000 are invested for 3 years at the rate of 12.5% per annum. Solution. Here P is equals to rupees 4000, R is equals to 12.5%, N is equals to 3 years. And here we use the formula A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket raised to N. Therefore, substitute the value of P, R and N. Therefore, it is a 4000 in bracket 1 plus 125 upon 1000 whole bracket raised to 3. And if we simplify 1000 into 1, that is 1000 plus 125, that is 1125 upon 1000 and whole bracket raised to 3. We can simplify, that is it is a 9 by 8 and bracket raised to 3. Then we can simplify, that is 4000 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8. And after simplification, that is you will get amount, that is a 5695.31. and therefore the compound interest after 3 years I is equals to amount minus principal, and therefore the 5695.31 minus 4000, and therefore compound interest after 3 years, that is I is equals to 1695.31. Now we'll see the practice set 14.1. Find the amount and the compound interest using this table. The information is given, principal, the rate is given, and the duration. In first case, the principal is 2000, rate is 5, duration is 2, and in this way, for this second example, 5000, rate is 8, and the duration is 3. And for the third example, principal is 4000, rate is 7.5, and the duration is 2 years. Now we'll solve this. The first example, here the principal P is equals to 2000, the rate is 5% per annum, duration N is equals to 2 years. Here we have used the formula for the compound interest. A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket is to N. Substitute the value. Therefore, A is equals to 2000 in bracket 1 plus 5 upon 100 bracket is to 2. That is a 2000 into 100 into 1 is 100 plus 5, 105 upon 100 bracket square. It means 2000 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. And again simplification, you can simplify it. That is a 2 into 105 into 105 upon 10. Now here A is equals to 2205. Therefore the compound interest after 2 years I is equals to amount minus principal, that is a 2205 minus 2000, and therefore the compound interest is 205. Therefore the amount is 2205 and the compound interest is 205. For the second example, here the principal is 5000, R is 8% per annum, duration is 3 years. Therefore A is equals to, formula for the compound interest is A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket is to N. Substitute the values, that is 5000 in bracket 1 plus 8 upon 100 whole bracket is to 3. 5000 into, if you simplify it, you will get 108 upon 100 bracket is to 3, and it can be written as 108 upon 100 into 108 upon 100 into 108 upon 100. And after simplification, you will get, that is a 5 into 108 into 108 into 108 upon 10 into 100. And overall, again the simplification, 54 into 108 into 108 upon 100. Therefore, A is equals to 6298.56. You can simplify it. Therefore, the compound interest is equals to amount minus principal, and that is the amount is 6298.56 minus 5000, and therefore the compound interest is 1298.56, and therefore the amount is, again we'll write the answer, 6298.56, and the interest, compound interest is 1298.56. Now the next example. Now here principal P is 4000, rate of interest is 7.5% per annum, duration N is equals to 2 years. Again A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket is to N. Substitute the values. P is 4000 in bracket 1 plus 7.5 upon 100 bracket is to 2. And if you simplify it, then you will get 1 into 100. 100 plus 7.5, that is 100 and 100 Again I will repeat here, 4000 into 107.5 upon 100 bracket square, and 4000 into 107.5 upon 100 into 107.5 upon 100, and after again the simplification 0 0 will get cancelled. Then you will get here 4 into 107.5 into 107.5 upon 10, and therefore the compound interest that's equals to amount minus principal, that is 4622.50 minus 4000, and here you will get the compound interest 622.50. Therefore the amount is 4622.50, and the compound interest is rupees 622.50. Now the next example, Samir Rao has taken a loan of Samir Rao has taken a loan of rupees, that is a 12,500 at a rate of 12% per annum for 3 years. I forget to write here rupees side. If interest is compounded annually, then how many rupees should he pay to clear his loan? Solution. Here the principal P is equals to, again here R, you consider here R. I can write here this sign also. We can write here rupee in this manner. Okay. And again here the principal is 12,500. The rate of interest is 12% per annum. N is equals to 3 years. A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket is to N. We substitute the values, that is a 12,500 in bracket 1 plus 12 upon 100 whole bracket is to 3. Again simplification. That is A is equals to 12,500 into 112 upon 100 into 112 upon 100 into 112 upon 100. This way. Therefore, again these two zeros will get cancelled. Again the simplification, normal simplification from these two. We can divide these two ratios by 2, taking the 2 as a common factor. Therefore, A is equals to 125 into 112 into 56 into 56 upon 50 into 50, and therefore A is equals to 5 into 112 into 56 into 56 upon 100. Therefore the amount is 17,561.60, and therefore Samir Rao should pay rupees 17,561.60 to clear his loan after 3 years. Now the next example. To start a business, Shalaka has taken a loan of rupees 8,000 at the rate of 10.5% per annum. After 2 years, how much compound interest will she have to pay? Now here the principal P is 8,000, R is 10.5% per annum. Next is a duration, N is equals to 2 years. Here we use the formula A is equals to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole bracket is to N, and P is 8,000 in bracket 1 plus R is at 10.5 upon 100 bracket square. And again after simplification, then you will get 8,000 into 110.5 upon 100 into 110.5 upon 100. Again 0 zeros get cancelled. then you will get 8 into 110.5 into 110.5 upon 10. Therefore, after simplification, you will get that is a is equals to 9768.2, and compound interest, that is equals to amount minus principal. Now here amount is 9768.20 minus principal is 8000. If we subtract it, then you will get 1768.20. Therefore, Shalaka will have to pay compound interest 1768.20 after 2 years. And in this way, we have completed the examples depending on the compound interest. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.